Hello everybody, welcome back to the Esports Mini League. This is round number 3 and the final round for tonight in this two-part sort of series. We're here at the Austrian Grand Prix and, well, Andy, we've seen some good racing so far. Let's hope it carries on into the last race of tonight.
Definitely so. I mean, to what we've seen, it's definitely been good racing. I'm sure obviously some parts we might not have seen, some drivers might tell us otherwise. But certainly to what we've seen some really good racing, some really phenomenal overtaking moves as well. Very clean overtakes that I've certainly been looking at and we've caught on the stream as well. So hopefully that continues into this final round here at Austria. But obviously one of the shorter tracks in the calendar, the Red Bull Ring, very quick lap. You're only talking just over a minute and a bit for a qualifying lap. Probably looking at around about maybe 1 minute 6 or something for a quali lap. So it's going to be interesting. 3 DRS zones as well. One down the front straight towards turn 1, one up the hill towards turn 2, and then the last one down the hill slightly towards turn 3. So it's going to be frantic, this one. And if we thought we were knackered after the first two, I think the start to this race is going to top the lot.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, the last round for tonight, and we should probably advertise the next time the Esports Mini League is going on together. We have next week, this time next week, will be the second part, and we'll be wondering if anyone can catch VSR. At the moment, they've got a commanding lead. It's almost 80 points. In fact, to be more accurate, I think it's 78 points. The gap between the tops, so it's going to be tough to catch them. They've set down their marker, and Andy, it's going to be tough to catch them.
It definitely is. I mean, we've discussed before many a times about Blizzard and TTL F1. We know how quick he is. We know how quick a lot of the drivers are, obviously, but they're definitely showing phenomenal race pace. Getting away, getting out of the way from the traffic, getting up there. Flores, obviously, even in the traffic, 20th place there in that last race, took third place, if I remember rightly. Just absolutely amazing. So they're doing a really, really good job at the moment, but it is up to the rest to catch them. It's up to the rest to do a better job now. They've got to be better than VSR have been so far if they want to have a chance of catching them up. Obviously, we've still got next week, as you say, 8 o'clock to next Wednesday, the last 3 rounds, Spa, Hockenheim and Silverstone. 3 for me, drivers' tracks, those 3, definitely so. So it's not going to be over yet, but they're definitely, as we said for a number of times now, stamping authority on this so far as we come up to start qualifying. I'll see who it lands on for the qualifying lap. Hopefully it lands on the same person for you when it comes up, Kieran. I'm just waiting on this starting up now and qualifying. Single lap, of course, you don't get any second chances. It is a one shot and you're done. You make a mess, that's it. You're going to be starting towards the back. And obviously round here, like France as well, like at Paul Ricard, very easy to get time penalties around here. Very easy to run wide, pushing it just a bit too hard, just get the extra wheel over the white line, pick up a warning, do that a couple of times, and it's very easy to end up with penalties. And like in France, it could be those that don't have the penalties or have the least amount of penalties are going to be the ones who finish furthest up the order. 2 more drivers to ready up, rating them GP1 Alex and Marquez. Here we go. So I'm on board with KLC in the Salbas, the first one it's jumped me onto, so let's jump on board with him. Going into turn 1 up the hill, you can use gravity to help you slow down to 3rd gear. He decides to catch 4th on the exit to help the traction, and then the DRS zone going up the hill towards turn 2. And this is going to be a very interesting point during the race. Again, you can use gravity to help you brake a wee bit later than normal. Slowest corner on the track down to around about 45-50 miles an hour, and then again onto DRS, heading down towards turn 3. Now this one's a tricky braking zone, it's downhill, so you need to be careful. Gravity is now your enemy going into this corner. Very easy to run wide. KLC able to get the nose into the apex quite nicely there, and he's currently got the fastest lap at the moment, using all the curb on the right hand side to throw it down the hill in 5th gear. And in this corner here, you get this right, this is absolutely beautiful if you get spot on. Catch the curb on the exit, back over to the left-hand side, coming up to the final two corners, and you just want to throw it in here, down to 6th gear, 150 miles an hour, just miss going over the white lines, down to 4th gear, keep it on the curb properly. KLC goes across the line and he takes the pole position, a 1 minute 4.0, and the second place car was a 1 minute 4.009. It's 5/1000ths of a second, I think, between the top two. That is insane.
Absolutely brilliant, and that is pole position then for IRL. KLC claiming that pole position, as you said, by 7/1000ths of a second from Max there in second place, Blizzard in third, Mark in fourth, Jay fifth, Poe sixth, Linda in seventh, Epic Gamer eighth, Lambo ninth, Fletcher 10th, Marquezes in 11th, Z3 12th, Luca 13th, Morn in 14th, Alex 15th, Leon 16th, Neon in 17th, Squeezy, Flores and Ox 18th, 19th and 20th, and Neon, Squeezy, Flores and Ox all disqualified from that one-shot qualifying, presumably for exceeding track limits.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be quite easy to get a corner cut penalty, and obviously in the one-shot qualifying it's a really strict, obviously it's on strict rules, so no surprise that quite a few drivers didn't end up getting a set of time. I just caught it there before it jumped though. Out of the drivers that did set a time, I think it was 1.2 or 1.3 seconds between them, so again very very close, and obviously with it being one shot qualifying, you've got to be on it. If this had been a normal qualifying session with the speed that some of these drivers are showing, I would not be surprised if the entire field was within a second of each other, or less. So we've got some really good drivers here, and this is going to be fun indeed. But KLC taking the pole position, the first two races haven't been the greatest for him indeed. It's not been too good for the IRL driver. Had a lap down in Spain, finished towards the back, and I think if I remember rightly, finished towards the back again in France, possibly a wee incident going on at some point, but he's managed to stick it on pole for this one. And let's have a look and see what tyres people are on. So it's Ultra Sauce from first all the way down to Z3 in 12th. Luca and Mani are on the Super Sauce. Alex is on Ultra Sauce, Leon and Neon Rapid on Super Sauce, Squeezy on Ultras, Flores and Ox on Super Sauce. So very different choices there, but nobody going for the Yellow Mart soft tyre in this one here. So it's going to be very, very interesting. A couple of them getting DQ'd out of the formation lap already. We'll just gloss over that one with a bit of whitewash. But going to be a very interesting race. 18 laps this one here. And this first lap especially might just kill our voices, mate.
It has a very good chance of it, and well, I'm looking forward to my voice not existing anymore after this one, and that'll be for a good reason, hopefully. As you see, KLC leading them round, Max in second, Blizzard third, Mark in fourth, and that is Jay in fifth, with Poe sixth, Linda in seventh, in 8th, Lambo in 9th, and Fletcher rounds out the top 10. So we are looking at a very close field. The Austrian Grand Prix always provides a bit of close racing, but remember, there's not a lot of opportunities to overtake. It's really turn 3 and turn 4, are your best bets at making an overtake after those DRS zones. 3 DRS zones, one across the start finish straight, one at the exit of turn 1, and then the other at the exit of turn number 3, in order to try and boost the speeds and the overtaking at the Austrian Grand Prix. We're moments away then from the third round of the mini league and the last race of tonight's coverage.
And I'm going to take a bet again that the lights go out and we wait 5 seconds.
You know, the moment I don't count down the lights is the moment that they actually get going. So I'm going to count it down anyway. So here we are then. Here we go then with the 5 red lights. Are we going to get underway? There's no revs, so we're not going to get underway. And once again, it catches me out then. Possibly 5 red lights. And round 3 is underway, and what the start's like looks like a lot of wheel spin from KLC, and Max is able to go up the inside straight away in towards turn 1. Can he keep the lead there? Yes, he can. Max leads out of turn 1. Meanwhile, it's a melee coming out of turn 1 at the exit there. Everybody's facing the right way through turn 1. Here we go up towards turn 2, and then the braking zone, the heavy braking zone of turn number 3. We're trying to go 4 wide here in towards turn 3. There's a bit of contact there with Mark and Epic Gamer, and we'll have to see who is able to keep it facing the right way. Looks like everybody once again is keeping it facing the right way as we head down towards turn 4. We've got Max in the lead, Blizzard in second. KLC has gone up the inside of Blizzard. He's taken back second place. Meanwhile, then Mark has made a move on Linda. I think Linda fell back a little bit there. He's down to 10th place now as he's trying to make a move on Marquez's. Fletcher trying to make a move as well. All 20 cars, though, looking like they've kept it clean so far. As you see, Squeezer there going up the inside of Alex, and he's taken that position away from him. Then Ox really on the back of Morn there. All 20 drivers then. It's pretty much a 20-car train as we head around the final corner. Max is going to start the second lap of the race in the lead. We've got the Force India there running wide. That's Epic Gamer in P5 there, battling away with Poe. Look at this 3-car train. That's C3 out of the session then. Here comes Poe up the inside of Epic Gamer. Epic Gamer has to run wide, and Poe just about can't quite make the move stick. He's got Mark behind him and his teammates, both teammates Lambo. Here they go then, 3 wide between Poe, Epic Gamer and Mark then, and Epic Gamer backs out of it straight away, realises there's no point in making that move, and it could be overtaken by 3 TTG drivers.
Blizzard! Sorry,
Blizzard's off!
KLC
Blizzard is off!
And Blizzard off.
Well, what? Blizzard there is going to surely be rejoining towards the back of the field then. And I can't actually keep control of him. And he's around again into the wall. And, well, that is him now down to P19. He's still in the race, though. But he will be hugely frustrated with that one. I didn't quite see what happened there, Andy.
I did catch the edge of that. I was watching the guys you were watching coming out of turn 3, and just at the bottom of the screen there as they went through, they were side by side, KLC and Blizzard, and they just contacted together, and it just turned Blizzard sideways into the wall. He's now at the back of the field, as you say, so terrible luck there for him. Lender, what happened to him there? He got 3 wide into turn 4 with Lambo and someone else. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Jay in the Mercedes, and he got squeezed right out. That's what cost him another few places as well, as he I think it was Lambo or Paul, one of the Toro Rossos gave him a squeeze to the outside. Here goes Paul looking up the inside of Mark up into turn 3, and the easy move there on his TTG teammate. He's now up into 3rd place, so Max leads. He's got 1.2 seconds over KLC, so he's got 2 seconds over Paul. Mark is in 4th, Epic Gamer behind him in 5th place with Lambo 6th, Marquez in 7th, Jay in 8th, Lender 9th, Luca 10th, and the biggest gainer is Floss and Blizzard are in pit lane, so 2 of the VSR drivers already in the pits. Blizzard, because of that incident, is the biggest loser, 16 places down. Biggest gainers are Marquez, sorry, no, it's Squeezy actually, 6 places from his starting position, so he's made up 6 places from 18th already up into 12th place, but it's a massive train of cars going around here, basically nose to tail.
Absolutely, and it took about a lap and a half for me to hand you back the microphone, Andy. That's how action-packed it's been so far. We've got Epic Gamer here for P5 trying to close in on Mark then, and as you say then, VSR struggling in this race as Marquez is there trying to defend off from Lindert as we head up the hill then towards turn 2 and then turn 3 then, as we see that is the Toro Rosso, the Force India there of Epic Gamer trying to battle away with Mark then, and Mark, I'm not quite sure what happened. I think he just outbraked himself. Epic Gamer made the move.
Oh, another crash behind, sorry, Jay's off, side by side with Luca there. Looks like there might be a little bit of a wheel hook possibly between the two. Only caught the end of it. That's put Jay into the barrier there. We've got 3 wide going into turn 4 now between Squeezy, Leon and Fletcher. Leon's came off the better of that at the moment. Squeezy's made a place. Luca and Fletcher hitting wheels there. Fletcher gets through at the moment, but I think, don't quote me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry to say, but I think it was Luca and Jay. They were almost 3 or 4 wide, and unfortunately Jay was the one that came off the worst for wear there, and he's going to drop down the field. He's definitely got some wing damage, I'm sure, from that one, as he went nose first into the barrier. Yeah, he's definitely got wing damage there, so he's heading for pit lane. But that was another, just a hook of the wheels by the looks of it, and put the Mercedes into the wall. Very similar to what happened with Blizzard with KLC the lap before.
Well then, lap number 5, and as we see, Epic, Mark, Lambo and Marquez battling away then. As we head up towards turn 3, you can see Epic trying to go up the inside then of Mark. They bang tyres very slightly as we head into the DRS zone, then down the hill towards turn 4 then, side by side, the McLaren and the Force India as we head now to the braking zone then, and Epic trying to go up the inside, side by side with Mark once again, and Epic has the move. Has he got the car length? Yes, he has, and he takes his normal racing line going through turn 6 now as we head towards turn 7. We've got yellow flags in sector 1. So I'm not quite sure who that is.
Jay running slowly. He's just dropped it, I think, out of turn 1. He's just picking up speed as Blizzard goes by him. So I think that's what happened there. Mark's still right behind Epic Gamer. Seen Squeezy make a move on Leon up into turn 3 using the DRS, so he got by the Williams. Luca had a move as well. Neon and Fletcher have been battling pretty much the entire lap here, passing and repassing, passing and repassing. Now Alex is behind as well. A yellow flag in Sector 2. Got pit stops from Marquez and Poe as Fletcher looks to the inside on Neon Rapid. Gets a move done. Neon has to run wide there. Fletcher gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Obviously cut across the inside curb there. And now the other Ferrari's going to go up the inside of Neon Rapid into turn number 3. And the Ferraris have both passed the Mercedes there. And that is not good for the Mercedes as Neon drops down the order. Fletcher and Alex moving up a position. Max still leads from KLC, Epic Gamer in 3rd, Mark in 4th. Lambo and 5th get yellow flags. Sector 2.
Contact there! Sorry to cut you off there, Andy. Contact between Mark and Epic Gamer. Mark tried to go up the inside of turn number 6. There wasn't enough room for him, and they made contact there. So Epic Gamer drops down to P5. Lambo says, thank you very much. I'll take that position. As we see there, that is the Mercedes of Jay making way for the back markers. That's what's causing the yellow flag in Sector 3. Lambo dives into the pits then, and Epic Gamer carries on. So Max, KLC, we've got Lambo and Squeezy in the pits then. We've also got Squeezy there in the pits. So a lot of strategies going on here. Mark deciding to stay out. He will take the lead of this race then, with Epic in 2nd, Linda in 3rd. So a good start from him. He's kept his nose in there. Leon there in 4th place. Luca in 5th as he's getting past the back marker that is of Jay. We've got Alex and Fletcher both in the Ferraris. They are running 6th and 7th. Oh, it's Jay! Tries to get out of the way of the cars there and rejoins straight onto the racing line. How Alex avoided him there, I'm not entirely sure, but he did, and that's going to allow some of the other drivers behind them to close up. We're riding on board now with Ox as he's right behind Morn there. Morn trying to defend the inside line. There's a massive crash ahead of us! Massive crash involving both Ferraris and the back marker of Jay. I don't exactly know what happened there, but that was huge there. Fletcher's out, Jay is out, and Alex rejoins. I think he's got a bit of front wing damage there, but a huge incident going down into turn 4.
Didn't quite catch it, only caught the end of it myself. Just seen the Ferrari steer off towards the barriers, which was Fletcher's Ferrari.
Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car.
Slow it all down. But I think there was at least 2, maybe even 3 wide going into turn 4 there, and it just wasn't going to happen. Perfect timing for the likes of Mark, Epic Gamer and all of that, though, to come into pit lane and get a cheap pit stop here. But Fletcher out, Jay's retired as well, and Z3 dropped out at some point as well. I don't know what happened to Z3. That's 2 races that he's dropped out of, so he won't be too tough for that. Alex makes it back to pit lane to make a change of tyres, and that'll be a front wing change as well. And all this means that it's Leon up front from Luca. About 4 seconds between them. Manu in 3rd place, 5 seconds back. Max is in 6th place, but he's pitted, as has Mark, who's right on his tail, along with KLC, Lender and Coles there, 2 laps of tyres as well. As there we go, back underway again. So we're going to have a lot of action now, as we've got quite a few drivers pitted, and they're already nose to tail thanks to that virtual safety car.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of people taking advantage of that basically free pit stop. It's not quite a free pit stop. Under a safety car it would be. It's sort of a helping hand. It saves you around about 10 seconds if you pit under the virtual safety car, because all the cars go at exactly the same speed. KLC, who was leading this race, is now finding himself behind Mark then, so Mark managing to jump him in that virtual safety car window. Max also jumping them as well, so KLC here has a bit of attacking to do then as he makes his way towards Mark. Then as we head towards turn 1, you can see there Mark actually closing that DRS before he got to the corner. Whether he just sort of braked early there to try and cover off some sort of attack there, but meanwhile KLC is trying to make a move there. We've also got Max on Luca then, as Max on Morn there as we head in towards turn 3. Meanwhile Mark behind them, just about holding off from KLC there. We've also got Epic trying to make a move on Poe then as we head down towards turn 4 then. side by side, those two. Too many battles, Andy, to focus on, especially after a virtual safety car. This always happens, but Epic up the inside of Poe there, locking the tyres, but he makes the move and gets it done. Lap 9 of this Grand Prix, and Leon is in the lead. Mark then still holding off from KLC then, but KLC runs wide and runs wide again, and Linda is able to take that position away from him. So, well, KLC has to be careful here. He could be costing himself more positions than he needs to.
Definitely so, and I was like a little bit as well, but I don't know if it was actually what happened or a bit of a lag, but at one moment I nearly had a heart attack. It looked like KLC was about to go into the back of Lender's Red Bull. Luca and Man have came into the pits. That means Leon is the only driver not to pit so far in this race. He's out in front by 6.3 seconds on those super soft tyres. So he's going to try and put the ultra softs on at the end, obviously, as Lender looks at the back of Mark there going up into turn 3. I always call it turn 2 because I don't call turn 2 a corner, it's just a curve in the road. I hate when tracks do that. But Lender looking all over the back of that for McLaren, and Mark has done pretty good here in these 3 races, been able to hold off, been involved in quite a few battles as well though. The Red Bull will be looking to get by, KLC will be looking to get that place back. Epic Gamer trying to make his way back through, Pose sitting not far back, Marquez there as well, Lambo trying to catch on to the back of them. So the only other major battle hiding about is Ox is looking at the back of Flores as they head down to the hill towards turns 5 and 6, I believe that is. So they're the closest parts on track as Leon finally pits, putting Max into the lead of the race. Mark goes into second, Lender third, KLC fourth, Epic Gamer fifth with Post 6, Marquez seventh, and Lambo in 8th place. So the pit stops are now out of the way. Lap 11 of 18 for the final time here this evening. Oh, there was Haas going wide there, sorry. Flores running wide at the last corner there. That's allowed Ox to make sure he keeps that place in 13th there. Managed to get back onto the track and avoid losing the place to Man, but Williams is right behind the Haas there. Sorry about that, Kieran. Just seen him run wide there as he came through the last corner. He's going to try and now go by the Renault up the hill into turn 3. Can he be later on the brakes? That's a late lock-up, but he's got the move done. Nope. Renault's got the better traction on the ultra soft tyres, and they've got Neon just ahead as well, who's looking quite slow and catching up to him at a vast rate of knots. Flores is going to try and use that Mercedes to just squeeze the Renault to the side of the road there. Vox, he gets the move done. The Renault's going to try and cut back across. Flores has got the inside line now, and he just used that Mercedes quite strategically. Oh, the Renault nearly pitches a Haas into a spin there. They managed to hold on, and the Ox carries on for the meantime, but he used it strategically, the Mercedes there, to pin the Renault to the inside, and Flores now looks like he's heading for pit lane actually. So he's obviously got an issue. 8 laps, those super soft tyres. This will be his second stop off the race. I wonder if he's picked up some wing damage in amongst all of that. He's now into pit lane. That releases Ox and Marnik, who have a go at Rapid. Neon Rapid now got the 2 right behind them coming up the hill on lap 12. Lender is ahead of Epic Gamer. Mark's keeping them behind as well. Let's keep an eye on this though. Oh, going 3 wide into turn 3, it's not going to happen, thank goodness there. Mon pulled out of that. Ox managed to get through, runs wide, Neon gets the traction down out of the corner, and here comes the Williams on the Renault now on the DRS down towards turn 4, the downhill braking zone, but again the Mercedes in the way. It's going to be in the way. Oh, contact, and that's Ox just far too late in the brakes there. That's cost him wing damage there on the Mercedes, and he's now in the wall. That was a push wide. Wee contact there, a bit of lag going on, don't know. That Renault's now missing its entire front wing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it was a little bit argy-bargy there towards the back, but that's frustration getting the better of some of the drivers. But we'll look towards the front here because Linda, Epic, Mark, and now Marquez is catching up to this pack. We've got Poe and KLC battling as well as we head now up towards turn 3. As you can see there, Epic just losing that back end slightly, invited that pressure from Mark then as we head down towards turn 4. We've got to watch out for these battles here. Too many of them to really cover properly, but you can see there, that's the McLaren of Mark trying to go up the inside. A very late decision. Epic just about gave him the room there, but I think at that point he had to, as we see now they're coming towards turn 6 here, or turn 5. No, I was right, turn 6, as we now head towards turn 7, the two of them battling wheel to wheel here, and, well, Epic's got to be careful here, because although that's his teammate behind, he won't really want to lose a position as he makes his way towards turn 9 now. Is he going to try and move up the inside of turn 9? Not really overtaking place, and they're both off the track then, as the McLaren now tries to rejoin the track, and that could be a position here for Marquez's, as he's now side by side with him, is he? He will be soon enough as we head up the hill towards turn 1, as Andy said in the hot lap, using gravity to slow you down, and Marquez has got them both, runs very wide there, rejoins the track, and that's a bit of front wing off for the McLaren there of Mark here. It's all getting a little bit hasty here as we head towards turn 3, as Mark tries to cover off Marquez. Then Marquez backs out of it, and he did try that move down the inside into turn 1 very late on the brakes, but he ran wide, and well, he's lost that position once again as Epic and Mark now trying to battle for position, as Mark there trying to run Epic out of road there, and again it's allowing Marquez to catch back up. And Mark here is defending for his life here as the Force India that goes down the inside once again. Epic gets down the inside and through turn 7 now. He has finally got the move done against Mark, and Marquez is up a position as well. And they're finally past the McLaren.
And behind them as well, Lambo made a move on KLC, and Salva I think is going for pit lane because I noticed wing damage to the left hand side. It'd be the right hand side if you're looking from the outboard, and KLC does come into the pits. I don't know if that was contact with Lambo because Lambo went up the inside, but I did see it fly off after coming out the corner as Lambo gets by Mark as well into turn 1 under DRS. I don't think Mark put up too much of a fight on that one on his teammate. Here comes Marquez though on Epic Gamer. This is VRS against VRS, and surely again going to be team orders not to take each other off there, and Marquez moves up into 3rd place with Epic down to 4th, Lambo into 5th place, so Mark in 5th, got TTG 5th, 6th and 7th. Up front we've got Max still in the lead of the race for TUF from Lender, so it's a TUF 1-2 at the moment, VSR 3-4, and then TTG 5, 6, 7 and 8, Squeezy in 8th place as well, so some decent points up for grabs here for TTG to try and claw back in this eSport Mini League Series to those ahead, because coming into the start of this race they were in 3rd place, 10 points behind GP1 Racing and nearly 90 points down on VSR, showing just how dominant VSR were in the first couple of races.
Absolutely, it's a great chance to get some points on the team leaders right now. As we head on to lap 16, we have 3 laps to go in the final race of this evening, but only the halfway point in this league. As you can see there, Lambo, Squeezy getting past the Toro Rosso of Poe then, and you can see there that the 4 TTG cars, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, and I think they're all just trying to work as a team here. You can see not much battling going on, not many moves being made. I say that though, but that's Leon around the outside. He could be making his way past it. He's on those ultra soft tyres, and he's got his way past Poe here, and if TTG aren't careful, Leon could make some moves towards the front of the pack. You can see there though, Poe trying to go around the outside to try and get the position back, but no dice as Leon keeps a hold of P8 then. Poe still trying to find a way past going into turn 6 here, but no, he's on those super soft tyres that don't have quite the same levels of grip, and Leon then up to P7 or P8, sorry.
Yeah, I was watching KLC make a move on Alex's Blizzard into turn 4, locking the brakes up, smoking those tyres. It gets the move done cleanly. He's up to 14th after that earlier incident with KLC, put him into the wall and dropped him down the field. He's now got KLC ahead of him, so round 2 for those two before long. Keep an eye on that one. Pole letting Squeezy by, I think that was team decision there, because Toll pulled to the inside very early down the front straight and Squeezy went round the outside pretty easily, but I don't think he realised Leon was so close as Squeezy's gone up the inside of the other McLaren of Mark, so Squeezy now up into 6th place in this train as Leon's going to try and see if he can follow Squeezy through. They're going to have a look at Mark. Both got DRS. Mark pulls back to the racing line and it drops into 7th place, but Leon looking racy. He was obviously crossed the line first in the first race in Spain, but obviously due to penalties have lost out by 6/10 of a second to I can't remember who won the first race. That was Marquez, that was it. Oh, so much been going on here. That looks like a bump there in the back by the Williams. Hopefully no wing damage going on there, but they're carrying on. Poe is right behind as well. Mark takes to the inside, then pulls back to the racing line. Some people might say that's aggressive, but obviously he was able to do it without crossing over. Poe is side by side with Leon. The Williams drifting through with a little bit of contact, and Poe has got through there. Leon's going to try and take that place back pretty quickly, I'm absolutely sure. We're on to the final lap of the race. It's flowing by here tonight, even though it might be coming up to 10 to 10 now. It's still gone by pretty quickly. Lambo has managed to go around the outside of Epic Gamer. They're side by side as we come up here as well. Here goes Poe. He's gone by Squeezy as well. No, he's not been able to get it done. Poe loses out Leon and Mark it was, sorry, so still going side by side there. Epic Gamer able to hold on. Lambo round the outside on the Ultra Soft. The Force India just pushes the Force India off, and Mark there really going late and deep into the corner. I'm sure Leon won't be too chuffed at that one. Poe goes, thank you very much, I'll have that. You think Mark might be playing the team game there maybe, but he was very late in the brakes, very late in the turn then. And Leon on the outside, but back up the front it is a Red Bull 1-2 as Max crosses the line. We'll wait and see how the penalties play out, obviously. But Max crosses the line in first place. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 if I'm wondering what's going on there. We've got Max was first, Marquez takes second due to penalties for Lender, Epic Gamer fourth, Lambo fifth, Squeezy in sixth place, and then it is Poe actually moves up to sixth, Squeezy seventh, Leon eighth, Mark in ninth, Luca 10th, Manu's going to come through in 11th place, KLC in 12th, unless penalties change that around. Let's just have a wee look. And no, that stays as it is. Neon and Blizzard are basically pushing there to the line. Blizzard jumps ahead on penalties. Neon in 14th place. Flores takes 15th place. Alex in the Ferrari for GP1 will be 16th. And the last runner will be Ox in the Renault in 17th. 3 retirements of GP1 Fletcher, J and Z3. We obviously seen Fletcher flying off at turn 4. J, not too sure what happened. He had some incidents earlier on. Don't know if he dropped out. And Z3, we don't know what happened. But Max takes the win. So TUF break the win stranglehold, at least for VSR, who won the first 2 rounds. And TUF win the final race of the evening with Max.
Absolutely. And we'll get the official, unofficial results then as TUF celebrate their 1-2 and as you said, Andy, break the dominance of VSR. Max then with the win.
1-3 actually.
It was 1-3, you're absolutely right, because obviously penalties came into there. Yeah. Oh, what a way to end the stream with a glaring mistake. How else would I do it?
Okay, so you might as well be consistent with something. I'm just thinking though, has Marquez finished on the podium in every race?
He has indeed, first, third and second.
That's stunning. That's amazing. That's brilliant consistency.
Absolutely, and here we go then. Max takes the race win. Marquez is in second, Linda in third, Epic in fourth, Lambo fifth, Poe sixth, Squeezy seventh, Leon in eighth, Mark ninth, Luca 10th, Morn in 11th, KLC 12th, Blizzard 13th, Neon 14th, Flores 15th, Alex 16th, Ox in 17th, Fletcher, J and Z3 non-finishers and non-point scorers in the final race of tonight. We're only at the halfway stage, Andy, and we'll be waiting for Alan to put the points updates in the chat, and then we can bid farewell, at least for now.
Indeed, and I'm going to shout out once again, it's this time for Marquez and Poe, the only drivers with no penalties. Everyone else had at least a 3 or 6 second penalty by the looks of it. So well done to Poe and Marquez for keeping it so clean to avoid getting any penalties in that race, because it's very easy to get it wrong. Seen a few bits in the chat. It's been brilliant seeing so many of you. Sorry we couldn't get to the chat as much as we'd normally like to. Just for these shorter races, impossible to keep up. But yeah, really, really good stuff. A wee bit more aggressiveness in that race, so I've got to say. A few bits there, I don't know if it was due to lag or just to not realising where the drivers were, but we've obviously seen 2 or 3 big major incidents there. One with Blizzard and KLC. We've seen Fletcher flying off the track as well, which we only just caught the end of. There's certainly 2 of them. I'm sure there was one other one as well. In fact, it was Jay as well. I think it was contact with Ox in the Renault. So after the first 2 races, still good clean racing, but that one there, a little bit more of the rough and tumble.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to reiterate that so many of you joining us for tonight, we really appreciate it, and we hope you've had a really good time. All the racers and the spectators, and well, like I keep saying, we're only at the halfway point. We still have 3 rounds to go, which you can catch next week at around about 8 p.m. Me and Andy will be here for Belgium, Germany, and Britain. So 3 legendary tracks to visit to round off the mini league, and all that's left now is to see the points update.
Yeah, just waiting on that. Blizzard say, not Blizzard, sorry, I'll come to Blizzard's one in a minute. Z3, the yellow curbs at the last corner are not his friend. So that's obviously what happened to our Norwegian friend there. Blizzard saying that there better be interviews, please. It is 10 o'clock. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I am shattered, boys. I think this is the one occasion you can give me a break. Because I can't do anymore. I'm done.
I think I side with Andy on that one. Maybe another time, Blizz. We will see. But yeah, no,
You can
it
join
was.
us tomorrow if you want from TTL F1. That'll do.
Well, sorry, no interviews tonight. Our voices are done, and I need plenty of drinks of water. That is.
I don't know about water. I think I need something a bit stronger than that.
Sparkling water, flavoured water.
Keep going higher up the totem pole, mate. But yeah, no, some really really good stuff there. But you know, obviously a few bit more rough and tumble going on there. But again, we still seen some really really good passes on track, especially up into turn 3 and a couple into turn 4 as well. And so still some really really good racing. And considering we've had 3 sprint races here tonight as well, which are usually fast, frantic, and sometimes fraught with mayhem. The fact that it took to the final race to have any sort of major incidents that we've seen on stream, I think is a testament to the drivers for what they've done today. Obviously, we didn't see everything, but for what we've seen, there's some fantastic driving from all. I'm looking forward to everybody coming back next week to do the same round Spa, Hockenheim, and Silverstone. I'm sure that's going to be absolutely fantastic as well. Obviously, for TTTV though, we are back. Me and you are back tomorrow night, I believe. Actually, I think you're with me as well. Are you not for TTL F1 tomorrow?
We are indeed back tomorrow.
Yeah, so back there tomorrow. That's what race is it tomorrow? Is it France? I think it's France. Yeah, it is. It's French Grand Prix.
So if you want to have your eyes glared by the track, you're more than welcome to join us tomorrow. I'll tell you what, the French Grand Prix did provide some good battling in this race, so more of the same tomorrow.
There's Mr. Alan Kay with the points. So after the third round, VSR lead 216 points. TTG jump up from third place to second on 142. TUF have jumped up from 4th into 3rd place on 126. GP1 dropped 2 places down to 4th place on 112, and IRL are in 5th place on 62 points. So still looking good for VSR, but obviously with 3 races next week still to go, anything can happen. And that race there around the Red Bull Ring wasn't the absolute best. Marquez obviously got them 2nd place. Incident with Blizzard dropped him down the field. Florista dropped down the field. He had to make 2 pit stops, so 2 of the drivers dropped back, costing them some additional points that they had picked up. So that's helped TTG to jump up, TUF with a win, and 3rd to jump up as well. We're still getting shouts in the chats for interviews. Not this week. We'll maybe do it next week if we can get everything done quick enough. We'll maybe have 1 or 2 interviews. We'll see what goes on. But after tonight, I am done. I've got things to do before tomorrow. I've not got time for interviews. I'm sorry, boys. It's not happening. I'm sorry.
And on that note, we are going to bring the stream to an end. Thank you very much all for watching and following us for this this mini league. Hopefully, we'll see you all again next week from around 8 p.m. GMT. And well, from myself, Kieran McGinley, it's goodbye from me.
And from myself, Andrew Campbell, it is goodbye from me as well.
We'll see you again next time. Take care of yourselves. See you next time.
Ta-da.